everyone, and welcome to Q's Countdown. I'm your host, Gabriella Rusk, alongside my analyst, Kevin Ryans and Jared Barton. Guys, the March Madness is over. Did you have Duke winning it all in the bracket?
I did not have Duke winning it all in the bracket. I actually had Virginia and Arizona going to the national championship game, and Arizona taking it, and obviously didn't get in.
Yeah, no, exactly like yours. I had Arizona and Virginia, and Arizona was supposed to win it all. They just didn't pull it out for me.
Well, with basketball over, Citrus TV gets to talk about lacrosse. So we're going to talk about UNC versus Syracuse. But first, we're going to answer your questions on Twitter. Twitter Questions is my favorite segment, and let's see what we've tweeted in the fans. Josh Bazan, he's our news producer, and he wants to know, how do you think the Orange hold up on the road against a top 10 team? Hashtag Q's, hashtag lacrosse.
They hold up well against a top 10 team. They've already went down over to South Bend, and though they lost to Notre Dame, they held up with them really well, only lost by 1 goal, so they can go into enemy territory and play just fine. And
they are ranked above UNC as of right now. Mm-hmm. But going on to the next question, it's from a fan in Florida. Greg1201 tweeted in, for new fans to lacrosse, what are the keys to watching SU play?
Well, you got to watch out for their high-powered offense. You look at it, Nicky Galasso, Kevin Rice, Dylan Donahue, add Henry Schoonmaker, another guy who has really turned it on lately. They like to put the balls in the net, and you just got to watch out for the offense. Keep your eyes glued to the television screen because you might miss a quick goal.
Mm-hmm. All right, and last but not least, we have Adam. At Q's Countdown, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Hashtag the world needs to know. Well, Adam, here at Citrus TV, we value our fans. And in our full episode, you can see how many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop. But let's move on to lacrosse questions. Guys, first up, what are your X factors for this game against the Tar Heels?
My X factor is, does Randy Stotts play? Because if he does play, then it only adds to Syracuse's high-powered offense, the one you already talked about. You know, he adds just such a dynamic to it. It'd be really difficult to see him not play, and maybe a little more difficult for Syracuse to score in a game against, North Carolina.
The offense is very important, but I'm going to go on the other side. You got to have a big game from Bobby Wardwell. This is a guy, when he is on his game and he knows what he needs to do to go and make the good plays for this Syracuse defense. When he's on, the team is almost guaranteed to win, especially for how good the offense is.
Well, if the offense and defense both play well, what are your predictions for the game?
I think we're going to go 13-12 Syracuse. I think Syracuse just holds on to it. They have Ben Williams, and that's big in terms of, keeping that offensive possession. They do have him, and he's very good at the face-off X, and he goes, and if they can control possession of the game, and like you said, the defense really holds, I think Syracuse could just edge out North Carolina.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go 11-9 Syracuse. I still think that this team is probably the best team in the country. You wait until we get into postseason play. Mm-hmm. I think they're really going to make a good run here. 11-9 Syracuse.
Well, we'll have to see what happens on Saturday. You can follow at Citrus TV on Twitter. Myself and our associate producer, Marcus, will be at the game, so be sure to follow us on Twitter for all your updates against the Tar Heels. That's all the time we've got. Be sure to tune into our live show, OPP. Thanks for joining us. For Kevin and Jared, I'm Gabriella.